Hello, 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 hello. Fucking finally, the fucking Do It cast has returned to the Hard Knock Media podcasting network with an experiment. We are going to try to do live commentary while I expose Brandon to Kamen Rider.
That's right, kids. It's Tokutember in June. You've heard of Christmas in July. Well, never mind that. This is the one that double doesn't make any sense.
So, brief recap. We decided to try an experiment to watch some random crazy shit and do live commentary on it. Cause, you know, trying to spice things up. Nobody is paying attention. So they're not used to our format and we can change it up whatever we feel like it. So we decided to give this one a try. We're going to watch a thing and comment on it as it's playing.
I did actually have a thought process, by the way, that if for some reason this doesn't take off like gangbusters, which it absolutely will, and I look forward to all of the back listeners coming back and watching episode 1 when they find us on like episode 17. Anyway, the point being is that I also think that if this doesn't end up working, we should maybe look into streaming and doing some Twitch streaming instead and just upload the video in that sense. And we
just do it that way.
Yeah, we just play Destiny or we pick some other dumb games or something like that and we go do some fun shit that way instead.
Okay.
Just as an idea.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we could change this to like a Twitch stream and then like simulcast it here. And I'm not sure what I don't know if like we could still watch things on Twitch and then broadcast it here, or I don't know what the rules are.
I don't think there's that. I think if we were going to do the Twitch streaming, it would have to be like video games or something like that. Like I've seen a lot of other YouTubes do, but yeah.
So, you know, we'll see how this works.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one's going to be, we're going to be handling this a little different because of our technical difficulties based on our podcast streaming provider. No shade to Riverside. They have been absolutely wonderful to deal with as far as I understand. You haven't been shouting motherfucker at me when it comes to Riverside, other than when we introduced this new format that created a couple different logistical issues we've been trying to figure out over the last couple weeks. Yeah. So I apologize for the delay. But yeah, so Jamie, how do you want to handle this?
So, I think we should play it and then we should do a play-by-play, like how you and I would live broadcast at art fight show. Basically, we would talk about what we're seeing and then like throw in our commentary as it's going along. Because of the nature of what we're doing, we can't show the audience what's happening.
Yes.
So
we can't also play the audio either. So this is going to be a companion track, a riff track to steal the format, if you will. So Jamie, what exactly are we watching today?
So we are watching Kamen Rider Black Sun, and I didn't think to bring up an IMDb thing with me to tell you when it came out. I think it came out in 2020, 2021, in the middle of the panorama. So like,
so was this ideally filmed before the panorama?
It was filmed before the panorama, but I think some of the themes weirdly coincide with what was happening during the panorama.
Oh, somebody's pulling a little Simpsons magic and calling their shot, huh?
Well, this one has a lot more politics than you would probably be used to in a Kamen Rider series.
All right.
There's a lot of imagery that reminds you of like the George Floyd protests and things like that.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure if we were getting like Jed Bartlett doing a henshin or something like that.
So there's some tough stuff. Black Sun is an anniversary show. It's a remake of Kamen Rider Black, which came out in the 90s, I think, and it was technically the first Heisei Kamen Rider. We'll get a lot of argument about that, which is fine because that's what we want.
Do I need to go tearing into the backstory? Because like this is the thing is I don't know how many other people other than myself who are going to see this don't understand some of the terminology. So like when you say Heisei, what exactly do you mean?
Yeah, so I was getting to that. In Japan, eras of Kamen Rider coincide with the emperor at the time. And so when you hear terms like Showa era, Heisei era, Reiwa era, those eras coincide with who the emperor was at the time. So
okay, gotcha. So like if I watch something and I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is the GW era. You would get the idea of, oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Post 9/11, pre-Obama, like we know where we're at right now.
Yeah, so Goofy Godzilla is Showa era. That's older Godzilla stuff.
Okay.
There's also the Millennium era and the Heisei era, but the Heisei era in Godzilla is when Godzilla got a little bit more serious.
Okay.
And then Reiwa is the current era. So like the Godzilla -1 that just came out, that's considered Reiwa era.
Okay.
So Kamen Rider started in the Showa era. A lot of the older writers are from the Reiwa era or Showa era. Then came the Heisei era, and Black technically started in the Heisei era, but depending on how much of a stickler the fan is you're talking to, Kamen Rider Kuga was the first Heisei era Kamen Rider. But also technically there was Kamen Rider J, Kamen Rider Zodo. So whatever, who cares? Who gives a shit? Anyway, Black is a favorite among fans. It's one of the darker shows. The first Kamen Rider series started off really dark, and then subsequent series got a little bit more kid friendly.
Okay.
So by the time Black came out, they wanted to get a little bit more of a darker tone.
Gotcha.
So Black came out, and people were like, "Oh damn."
Okay, so this Kamen Rider fucks is what you're saying.
Yeah. So this Kamen Rider fucks.
Okay.
So, this is a remake of that initial series. And so it's 10 episodes. They're like 45 minutes long. It's like a prestige series. It was broadcast on Amazon Prime. So the reason why I chose this one is because if people hear what we're talking and hear our reactions or see our reactions and are like, what the fuck are they watching? This sounds great. You can actually watch this without having to do fancy internet bullshit.
There you go. Thank you. I was just about to ask, where can people watch it? So that's awesome.
Yeah, so you can watch this on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Now it's easy to find.
Okay.
Like you can, it's Kamen Rider Black Sun. When it initially came out, you had to like type in Masked Rider Black Sun anniversary. You had to dig for it.
And it's SUN as in the star, not SON.
Yeah.
Okay.
SUN. Black Sun.
Black Sun. Okay.
I don't know. Do you need more information about it? Or
I think I like, much like every food experience that I've gone into where I feel very much like a fish out of water in that sense, because I either lack the cultural experience or I haven't had a previous good experience with whatever the food thing is or what have you. I've learned to trust your instinct when it comes to things that I'm not necessarily into. Because at the very least, I can enjoy the experience with you. So I think I'm good. Like, I understand what Kamen Rider is. I kind of figure I'll learn about all of the things that are going on as they go on. So I think the only prompt that I'm glad you gave me was this one's going to be a bit more serious.
Yes.
So can I ask before we get too deep into anything? So this way I figure out where my head is and how lighthearted I can be about this. Any like real bad kid interaction shit? Like nobody gets raped or fondled or anything else like that?
No, none of.
Okay. All right. So
I don't.
So no sexual assault going on in the Kamen Rider verse.
I am pretty sure.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. That's really the only thing that I'm worried about would be like make a joke about like, what the fuck's with this guy? And then all of a sudden, like suddenly he's like just fucking hard forcing a henshin on somebody. Like I just, just trying to make sure I understand. And I'm going to use henshin as a verb for basically everything.
Transformation. Yeah. That's how I would, I don't know what else you call it. Transform. It's transform and roll out.
Okay. So I have the window up right now. I am at 0000 on my reader.
I'm at 000
for everyone who is following along with this. I think. What do you think we do? A 3, 2, 1, click.
Click.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to hold my fingers up here with everyone. Jamie, do me a favor, do this with me. Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to do this together. We're going to go 3,
3,
2,
2,
1,
1.
click.
Click. Kamen Rider 50th anniversary project. That's right. I forgot that this was an anniversary show. So they wanted to 50 years of Kamen Rider. So Black Sun came out. In a world. And Shin Kamen Rider came out later that year. So we open on a warehouse in the middle of nowhere.
Is this meant to be Japan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're in Japan. There's a grasshopper in a vat of goop. And there's some techie shit. I know I said there was no kid sexual assault, but we are going to see some child interactions.
That's fine. I just want to make sure none of the kids are getting fucked. That's the idea.
No, they're not.
Child abuse I'm perfectly comfortable with. Let me be clear. Especially when you get a little kink going on and you make the other kid watch.
So there are these two kids strapped on these operating tables, and one of them is being cut open.
Do they have to be awake to make this work?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
we
ever
have the
explained.
technology to change their biology, but not make them unconscious and not die.
Yeah, I would want to be knocked out, but they've got one of the kids fully splayed open in the tummy area.
Right, yeah.
And just yanking shit out of it.
Ooh, hell yeah. Secret of the Use shit.
Yeah.
What?
So they're pulling out this weird stone from this.
Fuck a stone. That thing's a gusher. You and I both know we've eaten those.
It's a gusher with an LED stuck in the middle.
We have no other choice. Ooh,
the doctor says
moon.
We have no other choice. That's right. It's a lunar eclipse.
So this won't work without the power of the eclipse. Wait, is Kamen Rider powered by the sun or the moon?
I think Kamen Rider Black is powered by the sun.
I mean, it would make sense that the solar eclipse would be considered the Black Sun.
Yeah. So,
shit.
To make...
Okay, so Kotaro just got a gusher shoved inside of him.
Yeah.
And he's glowing.
And Nobuhiko is the other one, and they're reaching out for each other.
Honestly, they really could have helped that first kid out. I hope he grows into those teeth, because that's rough.
Oh, Kotaro's hand turned into like a monster hand. His flesh melted, and it turned into like a insect glove thing.
Yeah, I just realized how much I needed to turn down the audio from the actual movie.
Oh yeah, and now we're getting our intro credits. A bunch of Polaroid shots and stuff. Kamen Rider Black Sun.
Okay, I kind of like the black logo. That's neat.
Yeah, it's dope. So that's a flashback. This show takes place in technically modern days, but also flashback.
Gotcha. So we're gonna.
Yeah. So
not
we witnessed
quite
a
a
flashback.
Tarantino.
Right. So this is modern day. This is Japanese Greta Thunberg.
Whatever. I know this is karaoke. Ow.
Yeah. Oh, she's speaking in English. Oh, she's talking about her parents. They never discriminated against kaijin.
What is kaijin?
Kaijin are the monsters. So kaiju is big monster.
Okay, kaijin,
kaijin is
regular human-sized monsters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we're talking about kaijin, we're not talking about Elon Musk. We're talking about actual like when the Power Rangers would fight them at regular size.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, Elon Musk is a monster.
No, I get it. Just
lame looking one. So he has his costume is terrible. So basically, as we're talking over her, she's basically saying that we need to find a way to live at peace with kaijin because there are kaijin in this universe that are walking around. So it's not unusual to see a weird kaijin walking around the street.
Just wandering about the city?
just wandering about the city.
Okay, but do we call them kaijin? As in they're quite literally called monsters?
Yeah, we call them kaijin. Yep.
So wait a second. I'm supposed to believe that the Japanese culture that call them kaijin are also at the same time, while calling them monsters, encouraging us to be tolerant of the monsters?
No, she is. We will see that is not the case.
I was about to say, like, this makes no sense with everything that I've understood. Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Okay.
Yes.
There's the racism.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so we've got some
Get
X-Men.
rid of the kaijin.
Gotcha. So we've got some X-Men bullshit going on right now.
It's X-Men, and they don't look human. Like, they won't look.
Well, yeah, I've fucking seen Beast. Like, I understand what Kelsey Grammer looks like, Jamie. You don't have to do that math for me.
Yeah. So this came out pretty close to when, like, a lot of the Black Lives Matter demonstrations, protests were going on.
Okay.
And, like, so a lot of us were watching this like, oh God.
Right. So when did these people start breaking into the CVSs and people actually start getting upset?
I think they've herded the kaiju into like a small neighborhood.
Okay, I got you. I was
trying
about to say,
get rid of that neighborhood.
Everything I understand about culture is that rioting is fine so long as you don't do destruction of public property. Sorry, of private property. Statues are perfectly fine, but if I burn a Target to the ground, everybody gets their fucking tits in a blaze.
Yeah. So this guy eating noodles, he's Kotaro, all grown up. We don't learn that, but I'm spoiling it for you because...
wait, hang on. Kotaro was the one who got turned into the bug thing? Okay.
He was the first one.
Hang on. So who's the bridesmaid? What did he end up getting? Nothing? Just a front row seat?
We'll find out later.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Chekhov's Pale Kid.
Yeah. You can't open up a stomach without something going in.
Well, no, I get that, but hang on. Wait, Kotaro was the one who had the stomach open.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the other one who watched him, who didn't have his stomach open.
He got his stomach opened later.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm just supposed to imply that. How fucking long was that goddamn solar eclipse?
I don't know. Oh, so here we get our first transformation.
So these are what this is what a kaijin looks like.
Yeah, this is what a kaijin is going to look like. He's like a bug man.
Okay.
I think they can transform at will, but also if they get really pissed and lose concentration,
that makes sense. Okay.
And so he's like a fly.
Okay. Does he have wings?
Brundlefly.
All right. So he's strong.
I don't know if we get to see him long enough to know if he has wings or not. Yeah. Cop just shot him.
I mean, that feels regular.
Yeah.
Actually, no, scratch that. That doesn't feel regular. Cop only shot once and he hit center mass.
Yeah. And so now we get all of them.
Oh, okay. So all of the kaiju protesters.
Yeah.
Kaijin protesters are all...
They're all pissed off.
Wait, hang on. So are they all kaijin? God damn.
Yeah.
That feels right.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy definitely hit another cop.
Does he have a leash on his gun?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a fucking boogie board, my dude. What is wrong? Like, why give him a gun if you're going to put him on a springy leash?
I think I've seen a bunch of anime and manga where like the cops have like a lash on their gun just to make sure they never lose control of it or something.
I'm sorry. The ugly American in me finds that fucking adorable. Like,
yeah. So the kaijin are breaking through the lines.
Right.
One of the officers is trying to calm them down and it's like, you need to escape. I can't hold these other cops. I'm not sure what the other cops are going to do.
So
two birds need to get the fuck out.
Right. This is a young, tolerant officer who's like, hey, before you go getting in fucking trouble and you make a mistake, run away.
Yeah, run away.
Okay.
Don't go. And
all right, so he's noodle drunk.
Yeah, Kotaro just came out of a noodle shop after eating a whole bunch of noodles, and he's just like, I don't care.
Am I to assume he's actively drinking, or does he just kind of look dumb with everybody's shit? I'm trying to figure out if he's just in his late 30s, or
he has resting get out of my way face.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I've I've seen the anti-hero sort of thing of like, I can't figure out how old this guy is supposed to really be. He's got the Hugh Jackman thing going on.
Yeah. I think he's supposed to be in his like late 30s or something like that.
He looks like he's probably like 37.
Yeah. He looks rough. Life has been unkind.
Whoa, hang on. We have a different definition of rough, like genuinely. Like, and maybe this is me not used to watching like predominantly Asian TV, but like everyone looks fucking gorgeous. So like that's a real like sliding scale, man. Like you got to remember, I'm used to watching like Cheers. All right, you got to understand.
Okay. He doesn't look Cheers rough,
right? That's what I'm saying though. Is like the mailman on Cheers. He was 35 on Cheers. Like
Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh man,
we age different. Like it's just fucking weird.
So Kotaro is in an abandoned bus in the middle of nowhere, hanging out, and he's just given himself a shot of ketamine because when you have resting, I don't want to be here face, you need something to take the edge off.
So he's got Special K and noodle money, but not. He chooses to live in the bus because it's edgy.
I think he chooses to live in the bus so that he's away from people.
Okay.
Like he's got that air of I don't want to be around.
Do the Japanese have a history of just abandoning their buses and never going back to them? Is that the idea?
I don't know.
Okay. I think I'm making a lot of assumptions about Japanese culture and the idea that like they're not terribly wasteful. They try and be smart about things. And meanwhile, like this dude's like, I live in a bus down by the river.
A river.
I'm going to turn into a bug and I'm going to absolutely punch someone in the face and then ride away on my motorcycle. Vroom a zoom.
So we're in a jail scene. There's a jail cell. There's a dude with all the hair strung up, and some guy came in and gave him like a squeezy pouch.
Okay.
Like you would give your kids. And it's this substance called heaven.
Yeah, it's Go-Gurt.
It's Go-Gurt.
It's Go-Gurt.
Yeah. How dare you eat heaven? And so the jailer is also sucking on the Go-Gurt because, you know.
Yeah, because I've seen how you feed a toddler. You give them that squeezy pouch with the applesauce in it, and they never finish all of it. You're not going to let fucking applesauce go to waste.
Yeah. So I think this is the prime minister meeting with Japanese Greta Thunberg to get a publicity shot or whatever, a good press event. I don't know what the fuck you call it. Photo op. That's what it is.
Okay. So are kaijin across the world, or is it more of a Japanese thing?
I am unclear.
Okay.
I think just like American sci-fi, it just takes place in Japan. Although there have been some Kamen Rider shows where they expand to the world and they have scenes in other cities and other nations and stuff, and they'll have like extras running around that are American. And it's like, holy shit!
I gotta believe that they are around that. Yeah, see, sincerely explain this fact to everyone around the world. They were asking about the origins of it. It said that it wasn't necessarily from Japan, so I assume that there are ones around the world, but I'm guessing that the epicenter started in Japan.
Yeah, I think we learn their origin later in the series.
Okay,
but it's definitely
is it still that same lab? is it still that same lab? At what point do I sound like Bill Maher? Is it still that same lab? Is it?
God damn it! God, I can't believe he's still around. Fucking hell! That is the prime minister.
Is that dude supposed to be the other kid?
No.
Okay. No. So we just have brooding bodyguard?
Brooding bodyguard. Yep.
What is Gorgum Party?
So Gorgum is the evil organization from the original show.
Oh, okay.
But in this show, it's a political party.
Oh, okay. All right.
So they reframe it. They reframe it as like an evil corporation, because that's what the face of evil is today. Like corporations
and lizard people. Gotcha.
Party and political parties and things like that. So we're in a facility where these dudes are looking at security cameras, and we see like a giant bug creature, but we don't get a good look at him. And then
the new Creation King?
Yeah, the people in the robes are like, they're talking about the Creation King. So the thing on the monitors is the Creation King.
So he just paid for how many minutes of access? Is that how that works?
And these spooky people in hoods come down, and the Creation King is in this facility. It is this giant bug dude.
Slug-looking thing.
Yeah. With tubes coming out of it.
Yeah, that's how you get the blue milk. All right. I see what's going on right now.
They're getting the blue titty milk from... It didn't come from that weird space cow on Jakku, or not Jakku, or
wherever the thing is. Yeah, the Creation King's extract stops now.
So this looks like a big giant grasshopper kaijin. He's like twice the size of everybody in the room. So it's like I don't know, 10,
Snoke.
15, 20 feet.
Snoke.
Yeah, like a Snoke. Blah, 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 blah.
Ooh.
Big kitty with tusks.
Hell
kaijin
yeah.
just transformed. The Creation King is just sitting there too. It's not doing anything.
Right. Is it dead?
Well, I think it's alive enough to create the heaven, the extract that they're getting from its body.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I don't think it has energy enough to actually do anything. Oh,
is he a little person?
Yeah, I think he's a little person. The kaijin cat was a little person.
Okay, I like that.
The prime minister is involved because of course he is.
Right.
So we already have our like evil conspiracy set up from Jump Street.
The successor after Creation King dies.
So the implication is that the Creation King is on its last legs. Like, we're not going to get any more goo out of this guy.
Right. Okay. So is that strictly a food source, or is that how you create kaijin?
I think it's both. I think it's both. But I think right now it's a food source.
Okay. So I'm confused with the idea of why is the prime minister so interested? Oh shit, big boy's moving.
Yep.
What did they do? Why did they rip off one of his little nipple arms?
I don't know. Kotaro is kicking the shit out of a kaijin.
A kind of kaijin
in like a homeless encampment, like an encampment somewhere. He's kicking it. He's
stomping him. So he's beating him down for money.
Yeah. I guess he's like a bounty hunter.
I think he might just be an asshole.
Or he might be an asshole. I forget.
And this dude kind of looks like a fish, but like half the face has been ripped off, which I don't understand because I thought they transformed. So
all the way.
What the fuck is going on with his face?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No, that's how you get that noodle money.
Yeah, he's a collections, I guess not a collections agent, but like a collections bounty hunter or something.
Yeah, he's a Shylock.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's how he gets his drugs.
Ketamine! Yo, he must live off of that shit.
Hell
Noodles
yeah.
and K. Noodles and K. What a life.
Hell yeah, man.
Noodles and K.
What is this? Scan this QR code. It's got my mixtape on it.
Oh, he has a assassination.
Oh.
And it's the photo of
the
Agent
daughter.
Greta Thunberg.
Okay.
The girl. The girl. I forgot her name. I will learn her name. Izumi.
Okay.
So he took a job to assassinate Izumi.
Okay. So
because
what we know about him is noodle loving, homeless kicking, ketamine shooting, and now part-time assassin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Living out of a bus.
Down by the river. Yeah.
Down by the abandoned power plant. I don't know if we're supposed to know who's on the wanted poster. Maybe we'll find out later.
Okay. It wasn't him, right?
It was not him.
Okay.
No, it's not him.
I love how fucking dark but equally quaint they show Japan as being. Like,
yeah.
Hey, this is a hit. Don't forget your special K. Ring, ring, bite time.
So we're back with Japanese Jesus being hung down in his jail
What
cell.
is up with the facial hair going on? What, like, is it supposed to look that fake?
I don't know. But that's glued on like a motherfucker. That's a glued on.
That is really bad.
The costume department needed
which
an
is
extra
fucking
couple.
weird. Like, why of all of the costumes you get weird about the hair on the face? Like, I feel like you can stick the landing with that pretty fucking easy. Okay, that's a power move. I don't need an entertainment center. I just want a fucking dude who stands there with an iPad.
Yeah. So the prime minister is watching Izumi on an iPad, and instead of him holding it, he has his servant just holding it in front of him.
Just hold the thing up. A fucking power move and a half. Jesus Christ. Like, if Jeff Bezos isn't doing that, we need a better brand of billionaire. We really do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you know you're rich. Like, if we had fuck you money, somebody would be holding this microphone in front of both of our faces.
Yeah, not to like bring the dude up, but like, remember how Diddy had the umbrella guy? I need an umbrella guy.
Yeah. So the prime minister is sending assassins after Izumi as well, because
wait a second. Are we about to get some Smoking Aces shit going on?
Like bounty hunters from everywhere.
Yes,
her out.
yes. By the way, if you all haven't seen Smoking Aces, fucking go watch that shit. That is a blast.
Is that the one with Kamen and Alicia Keys?
Kamen and Alicia Keys, and I think Ruby Rose is in that.
A whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, and I think Chris Pine is in that as like some sort of redneck psycho. Yeah, if memory serves. But yeah, that's a ton of fucking fun.
So we're in this market. It's an open market. It's like a food court, but it's not in a building. It's that alleyway or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like it's under a bridge or a series of bridges or something like that. But yeah, it's like one part flea market, one part like farmer's market kind of thing going on. But it looks like everybody's got their own stalls.
Grocery stores. Yeah, a bunch of stalls. Like, honestly, I want to go, like, when we went to Chinatown in Chicago, this is what that reminds me of.
Very similar, yeah.
Yeah. We get a nice little family scene, so we know they're doomed.
Right, yeah.
We know they're fucking doomed.
100%.
That's what this show is.
How nice the fucking glow up of the interior of this place. Like, oh yeah, my super doldrum apartment under the giant bridge next to the weird little shops. The fucking square footage of this place.
Well, this is Izumi's place, so she lives where the humans live. And her friend lives in that shanty town, that kaijin shanty town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what we just see. So
gotcha. Okay.
The cuts are a little confusing because this is Izumi's place. She lives in a like suburban
separate
area.
Yeah, the way that they show that is they show like people walking in, the door closing, and then you see the interior of a kitchen.
Yeah. Some of the editing is a little weird, and sometimes it's difficult to know when you're in the past or the present. So hopefully I can remember which scenes.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
But yeah, when I told John to watch it, he was like, sometimes I don't understand if I'm watching something in a flashback or current. And I was like, yeah.
Okay. Are they supposed to wait? Were those the people on the wanted poster?
I don't think so. That was Izumi's family. I don't think we've seen them before. I think her father is like he's off somewhere. He's like a foreign minister or something. I don't know. His father wasn't home. But now Izumi is in the shanty town with her friend who is a pigeon, and I don't remember his name, but he was one of the pigeons that the cops saved and said, like, you two need to get the fuck out of here before my coworker shoots.
Gotcha. Okay.
They're just having a nice little meal.
I know. I'm super excited about the idea that the Japanese also have the fucking Kool-Aid container. Like that's a cultural thing that just
It's
spans
universal.
across. I just want to know how many spoons of sugar go into that thing.
Izumi goes to school.
Okay, right, because we're gonna have teens, so they have to have school.
They have to go to school.
Right.
Yeah. I think her friend goes to school too, and then like I don't remember if people know that he's a kaijin or if some of them know or some of them don't. I don't remember.
Probably some of them know and most of them don't.
Yeah. And her friends made this beautiful chalk drawing on the chalkboard saying, "Welcome back. You're so awesome. Speaking your mind." And like, maybe the school is like one of those integrated schools where they're proud to have kaijin as well.
That's a possibility.
Like that. They're talking about the Statue of Liberty because it represents freedom. That's right. Yep. So the protesters that started the riot in the beginning of the show
are now protesting in front of a school.
Yeah, they're now protesting in front of the school.
So I assume, okay, school that defends kaijins. Okay, and teaches. Okay.
They got their little bull horns and their stupid, you know, they're afraid of kaijin drag shows and these damn drag shows, and we can't talk about kaijin slavery. So we have to have the kaijin 10 commandments in our schools.
So wait, so we don't. Honestly,
this guy is like
still way more respectful than any abortion activist I've ever dealt with. So like,
yeah. So these guys are just harassing Izumi and her friend as they're walking away.
Yeah. Come and take our gerbs.
Come and take our
Gerbs. Or gerbs.
There is kind of like a distance between like they're not pursuing her. Like I feel
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like I feel in the US they would be following her and like throwing shit, and that didn't happen yet. So they're on the bus. You know, it's like it's just like racism allegories up in your face. Of course, she has a YouTube channel,
right, and uses it to intimidate others. Good for you.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Don't let them send you to the back of the bus. She's like Kaijin Rosa Parks.
Well, no, wait, is she kaijin?
No, she's not a Kaijin.
Okay, then I don't think that analogy works.
She's Japanese kid Rosa Parks.
No. That's not. Again, I asked, is she kaijin? Because like I feel like Rosa Parks being black was a big part of Rosa Parks.
That's true. So yeah, I like all of these scenes are really cute, and it's to help build up like the relationship between the two. So it's sadder when shit happens to them. And of course, Kotaro is in the foreground, following them now.
By the way, I never thought that this would be the point where I start correcting you on Rosa Parks, but here we are.
It's true.
Of all the things I shouldn't be fucking doing, and now this is the reason. Hey, look, a prototypical Japanese dog.
Oh, Shiba Inu. They're so cute.
Yes.
So there's the prime minister's assassin.
Who just leaves his jacket in the street?
Yeah. And then Kotaro is behind them. And so the Prime Minister's assassin is walking up, looking at Izumi. Prime Minister's assassin is a spider kaijin.
Okay. All right.
Complete with, he's a Spider-Man.
He is a Spider-Man.
Yes.
That's kind of neat.
What turns into a spider.
Yeah, but like only partially though. Like,
yeah.
Not the full face or anything else like that.
Ooh. All right. Get out of my way, kid.
What the 8 fingers say to the face. Slap.
Izumi is not combat trained. She hits him with the backpack.
Shocking.
Falls in front of Kotaro. Kotaro looks down.
Are you telling me that Greta Thunberg is not actually a combat veteran?
No, she's
What?
And Kotaro is about to finish the job, and he's like, "Oh, you're a kid. I can't kill a kid."
No. It's what she's wearing.
Oh, she's wearing a thing.
Yeah, probably one of the little stones that were in the thing, I guess, maybe.
Brandon, have you seen this show before?
No, but I can catch bad writing when I see it.
Yeah, for some reason.
Hang on. But if one of them glows, then wouldn't this... Oh, I see who we're talking about now.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kotaro recognizes the stone, and he's like, how the fuck do you have this stone? Spider Kaijin stabs Kotaro in the back.
Yeah, he does.
Which should kill a man, Brandon.
The fuck? So he just broke off his thing in his back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Kotoro's first transformation.
Okay, so he's a beetle dude?
He's a grasshopper, yeah.
Grasshopper, okay.
There's the belt. He's Kamen Rider Black Sun. He's like a pissed off grasshopper.
Okay. So do his clothes just burn off?
I think so, yeah.
Did we just release his friend with the power of symbolism? What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
So his friend's free somehow in the prison cell still.
Yeah. Japanese Jesus, the chains dropped.
God damn it.
Kotaro transformed.
What the fuck? He looks like Shia LaBeouf. Like fucking Skippy LaBeef is gonna break out of prison. He does. With that terrible glue-on hair, he fucking looks like Shia LaBeouf. Yo, son, go get Bumblebee. Turn this motherfucker around. Cue up the Linkin Park. I think I know how to solve this problem.
Do.
But I'm done. This is going to be a thing where I'm just going to hear fucking Linkin Park playing in my head. Basically, anytime they do a pan shot, because I'm convinced they're going to have to do a pan shot again.
Oh, of course.
Ooh, wait.
Yes.
So where'd the belt come from?
I'm not sure. But Japanese Jesus turns into a white angry grasshopper.
Okay.
And just slashed the guy in the throat. That motherfucker dead.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, I love the suit designs.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
It's got a real Psycho Gorman thing going on. I'm trying to remember is it the Geiger?
The
Guyver, thank you.
Yes.
I haven't seen that fucking movie in forever.
Yeah. So Jesus is stealing a bunch more of those squeezy packs.
Okay,
they good.
right on.
They good.
Right,
good.
yeah.
They yummy.
I mean, are they going to keep long term? I feel like they're refrigerated.
Yeah. That's a good point. I don't feel like Japanese Jesus has access to a refrigerator. Okay, so we're back to the shot, the scene with the
I like that Spider Dude is deciding how much. Wow, he just suddenly turned into Jonathan Davis from Korn. Look at that. That was fucking wild.
Yeah. So we're back to the fight between Spider-Man and Kotaro.
Okay. I like the fucking tip-a-taps going on with the design.
Yeah. and he shoots his webs out of his mouth instead of his butt or his wrists, like our Spider-Mans. Yeah, I love
the fucking screaming in the background. It's my new favorite thing.
I love the fights in this show because they're just like, they're not clean, they're not pretty,
no,
they're just really brutal.
I just like that there's still a bunch of shit. All right, that's fine.
Kotaro just reached in and pulled out all of just the Spider-Man's guts.
Just 15 feet of summer sausage is what it is. Just
I like my sausages with natural casing.
Hey, where are you going?
Oh my god.
What the fuck was that? Is he gonna rip his head off?
Yeah, Kotaro's ripping his head clean off.
Okay. Can I ask what was with the like little and then ran at him? Like what? He was right there. You didn't need to fucking flash speed him. Like you didn't need it.
For dramatic effect.
Right. What now?
Yeah. So he's walking over to Izumi, huddled in the corner with her friend.
Okay. And he just keeps his clothes. So I guess the thing goes over his clothing. I guess so. That makes no sense. The clothing thing, I will just give up on just
it doesn't. It's
know
it's
that it makes no sense to me, and that's okay.
It won't make any sense.
That's fine. That's okay.
Kotaro doesn't kill her, picks up her backpack, and is walking over.
Wow, I just realized how much the dude Kotaro looks like the dad from Friday Night Lights.
He fucking does.
Like when he was walking toward her, I was like, okay.
So he's taking the girl away.
Okay.
Her friend.
Because it's easier to get. Also, what the fuck is up with that friend? Stop.
Yeah.
No. Like
he's a little sparrow, so he's not very
great. Strong. Even the leave Britley alone dude had like a bit more fucking presence. Chase him down.
Yeah, he's not the best. He's not who I would call
God damn it.
In a time of need. Kotaro's brought Aoi back to
his murder bus.
Back to the bus.
Uh-oh.
And that's the other dude who was on the slab.
Okay.
So Nobuhiko is the other dude who turns into the white grasshopper.
Did you say 50 years?
Oh, yep. Yep.
So he's not actually 37. He's supposed to be like 65.
He's supposed to be 65. He looks pretty good for 65.
No argument. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Wait, so does that mean that Sheila Beef Jesus is also supposed to be like 65?
Yes, but he's been eating the heaven stuff.
Oh,
so that has kept him young.
Gotcha.
And Kotaro has been doing nothing but ketamine and noodles.
We settled the score from 50 years ago.
Settle the score, brother.
Okay, I know I said I would let the clothing thing go, but somehow the hole still stabbed in the back is still there, but yet when his like wing things came from the back, no holes there. Just a little bit of consistency. That's all I'm asking for. Just a little bit of consistency.
Let's not turn this into a screen rant. Or a cinema sins and bullshit. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things like as you watch Tokusatsu, if you pull on some of the threads, it's gonna unravel.
I'm just super confused because like I feel like the costume design would be the one thing they would stick the landing on every fucking time.
Yeah,
like because it's the fucking core of your. So like that's why I'm weirded out about the bad wig and the even worse facial hair. Like
You see, they spent the money on the suits, though.
Right, like I get that, but like the idea that like your main like anti-hero is a member of Greta Van Fleet is just fucking weird. Like just
yeah. And that's it. We're done with the first episode.
That's the first episode. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything. I think there's like a preview of the next one.
Okay.
But there's a song. But yeah, we could stop it here. So
we're stopping at 39:50.
Yeah.
For anyone playing at home who has been following along. Okay, Jamie. So what am I supposed to take away from this? I assume like this one's kind of we're establishing a lot of stuff right now.
Oh yeah. And there's going to be more backstory between the relationship between Kotaro and Nobuhiko.
Right.
And more with Aoi and the bird guy. I forgot his fucking name.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, like what did you think? Like first impressions?
I like the premise of like we're essentially doing a bit of like it's kind of an X-Men storyline. Yeah. Because like the hate group and everything being openly walking around and not necessarily being shunned by the public. Because I noticed there were no real counter protesters, or more importantly, no police or authorities from the school.
Nope.
Discrediting any of the people who were protesting them.
Yeah, it has a very Friends of Humanity feel.
Yeah, that thank you. Yes, I was trying to think of the group name, but yeah, it has a real Friends of Humanity feel of like everyone is very tolerant of this bigotry. And like that's kind of an interesting thread to pull. I like the idea of we have this subset thing of like what's going on. I'm a little confused why he didn't just kill the girl.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me because I don't understand what, like, I assume he saw the speech. Okay. But if he saw the speech and he knew who she was, then why did he take the job? Because it's not an issue with not killing her specifically. So I can only assume that he has some sort of softness for the girl because of either some backstory that we're going to learn later on, or just the dude had a change of heart of, the old assassin vibe of no women, no kids, no women, no kids,
no kids.
Right.
I don't think he saw the speech. I think the jewel is the thing that stopped his hand.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I forgot about the jewel. Right, but
yeah.
Okay.
Because I think that reminded him of something. I think that we'll learn more about those.
That would make sense. Yeah, I forgot about the jewel, but yeah, it just like his motivation seems odd to me, but I think it's because we are one episode in and I need to remember to let things steep a bit. And be okay with letting things grow. But like, the costume design of both the Kamen Riders, I assume they're both technically Kamen Riders.
Yes. Okay. They both have the belts.
Right. So they're both Kamen Riders. And the spider dude design was rad, especially by comparison to all the people randomly on the street.
Oh yeah.
Which had a very like, boy, let's dig through the fucking costume bin. Cause like that had almost like mid-90s Doctor Who vibe on some of them.
Yes.
And I don't say that with any sort of like venom, but like I think anyone who has watched that knows exactly what I mean. Like I'm watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine right now.
Oh, it's so good.
And I've only seen random episodes here and there, and I know that it's good, but I've never actually watched it from front to back. So I'm digging through on my lunch break at work and just watching them in like chunks. So I get to do like half an episode a day or something like that to just kind of.
That's fun. Me and Audrey did that, and like she had never seen it.
Okay,
and I had saw it when it was broadcast because I'm that nerd. But yeah, she loves it too.
Yeah, but like, what counts as an alien species on some of these is like, dude, I can see the shininess of the temporary tattoo on your fucking head. Like, let's not. We're getting real. Like, I think that's the thing I was most confused with is we got real fast and loose with what counts as alien in the first season. Like, we started to run out of ideas real fast.
Yeah, and I think a lot of those secondary masks, not the hero shots of like the ones that we spend a lot of time, definitely looked like they got them at like a Spirit of Halloween or whatever the Japanese equivalent of it. Because like some of those faces didn't have any expression at all. It was just that, like, here's a lion mask.
Right. That's the thing is like when it's going to be a weird comparison, but like when I feel like when I get a better quality at a random cosplayer, not somebody who's like absolutely fucking spending days and or years carving foam down to be able to make their perfect fucking cosplay. When I get a like mid-level furry that looks better than this, I'm a little confused because I felt like they were on the fucking forefront of the cosplay game.
I think
I assume it's just a budget thing of like,
I definitely,
the fact
I think
that they have one of the, now that you're kind of explaining to me that like the pigeon dude is gonna, I hope that they tighten that thing up as we start to get a better look at it, because otherwise it's gonna be real fucking weird when everybody else is like CGI insects and everything else like that. And like all of a sudden this dude turns around. I'm like, Pidgeotto? I mean, I chose you, but like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. It's weird because I agree. Like, you can definitely see where they spent their money. Like they spent their money on Black Sun. They spent their money on Shadow Moon. Shadow Moon is the name of the guy in the white.
Okay. Gotcha. Right. Yeah. Cause we get Storm Shadow and
Snake Eyes.
And Snake Eyes. Right. Okay.
It's Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes.
Right. Okay.
Except without the sexual tension in that movie.
Fingers crossed. Okay. So what I've realistically learned is that the Kamen Rider writers are just going to take every trope that they feel comfortable with and just kind of push them together. And sorry, I said that, and I think it sounded judgmental. And I think I'm more of a like, okay, I recognize these things. This is supposed to be comfort food. I think. Am I understanding that correctly? That like a lot of Kamen Rider is meant to be kind of a comfort food watch. Like, don't dig at it too deep. Just enjoy the thing for the thing. In the same way that like pro wrestling, don't dig too deep. You're going to get some really fun stuff. Enjoy the fun stuff, and like try not to haggle too hard on the mid-tier promos and stuff like that. That might not be a fucking 10. Yeah,
I think this one, the message is not subtle at all.
Okay,
the subtlety. We don't know her. She doesn't exist.
That's fine. Dude, like it's a nerd culture, or not a nerd culture. Like it's a nerdy product. I'm not exactly surprised that they weren't super subtle about it. And even when I think they weren't being subtle about it, I learned with watching The Boys and watching all of the fucking shitheads online be like, what's up with this woke bullshit? And I was like, where the fuck were you for the other seasons, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, were we watching the same fucking show?
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is targeted at fans of the older show.
That makes sense.
So you get that nostalgia hit.
Okay.
And I think they're also trying to say something with it. And I think there's stuff that we don't understand because neither of us are Japanese, so we don't understand like why it has to be so much in your face. Because even if it's in your face, like sometimes we wouldn't get it. But I feel like there's something about like right now, you know, worldwide, every culture is experiencing like this right wing wave of things going.
Right. Yeah. This conservative level, keep my country the way it was in the past, and the idea of integrating with other cultures and everything is big and scary, and change is scary is essentially the thread line that's there.
And I feel like this show is, and I might be misreading it, but I feel like this show is like, this conservatism is going to get us nowhere, and it's, you know, let's wrap it in a sci-fi like a rapper. But I don't think
that's again, make the comparison. It's X-Men. It's
basically X-Men.
You find a way to bring people into a more tolerant view of the world through whatever bandwidth you possibly can, whether it's through sport or what. It's why I'm excited about things like, you know, not necessarily World Cup because FIFA's fucking awful, but the idea of watching other countries play on a global stage and being able to show appreciation for other countries. And I might be watching a game and be like, yeah, okay, I'll watch Nigeria and who the fuck ever else, and Jordan, by the way, I have no idea what teams are in the World Cup right now. But like the point being is like, I have no skin in the game, quite literally, as a not necessarily as a joke, but a poor turn of phrase. but I'm watching it, and I might at the end be like, man, they were fucking good. They were real good. Like, and at the very least, if I end up finding myself in a Nigerian restaurant and I see the fucking jersey and I'd be like, yo, the World Cup game against Syria, and watch some dude who I have no cultural background with be like, my man, like through the power of sport. Like, I get it. So I can understand and appreciate the idea of however you get the message is what matters.
Yeah.
And just let the thing happen.
Yeah. They might need to bash it into your head with
but that's okay.
The Spider Kaijin's leg that I just ripped off.
Whatever. Yeah. By all means, rip his fucking head off. Like, now I'm curious, by the way, how many heads he takes.
Yeah.
Because
like also, a situation.
I assume he just leaves it there?
Uh-huh.
So somebody just rolls up and like, by the way, my issue still, jacket in the middle of the street. You've got a perfectly good car to put that hoodie in, and you just leave it in the street? What are you trying to get? Does Japan not have asphalt crumbs? Does it not have any sort of trash in the street at all?
So I did go years ago, and honestly, there wasn't.
Okay, this is the thing is I've never been to Japan. I've never been really outside the country. So like, I understand that I am an ugly American in that sense. That like, I look at other countries, I'm like, do they not have police shootings and just a ton of trash? It just seems weird. Yeah. Like, also, again, I go back, the cops shooting somebody else by accident. Fucking wave the fucking stars and stripes. Like I am here for all of it. We're
familiar with this.
And, but God damn it. I want every single cop to have the little boogie board leash on their fucking guns from here on in. I want that so fucking bad. You have no idea. Honestly, just to see them run in the uniform with the gun and watch the little leash go springing left and right as they're fucking huzzing their way down the street.
I think you'll get that. I think you'll get that in the show.
Oh my God.
Will show up again.
Dude, CGI in the little leash in absolutely everything. Fucking Point Break, because it's the only movie that makes sense that they'd have the surfboard leash. I am an FBI agent. Wing. Just, I need it. Utah. Two dogs.
All right. Well, welcome to this version of Kamen Rider.
Fuck yeah, I'm here for it. I've decided that I'm going to refer to the main guy as Johnny Utah.
Johnny Utah.
Yeah, he could have went pro, but he blew his thorax out in college. So, like, what are you supposed to do?
He does have that that vibe. He does have. I could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender. Yeah, that's a contender. Yeah, he's got angry Boston fighter, and like now I just want to know where his like illegitimate kid is, not illegitimate, his ignored kid is, and his incredibly attractive but just hard accent Boston wife is. Just. I am sick and tired of you and you changing and your henchins. I'm going to go take the kids and I'm going to go to my sisters. Like,
I can't handle it anymore.
Right. Yeah. When you get done cleaning up whatever sort of sexual tension is going on between the two of you, I will be at my sister's with the kids.
God, they need to do a dub where they're just heavy Boston accent.
Just literally, you dub the movie The Fighter, but we just CGI, just overlay, just Kamen Rider and Kaijin, just over and over again. I can't take this anymore. Jake Gyllenhaal is the Kamen Rider. Like, all right.
God.
Look, is it any worse than him bringing the Prince of Persia?
No. No, that was bad. Oh. All right, Brandon, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at that guy Chalmers. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
Jamie Noguchi, Insta, Kara, YouTube. I don't know, man. Just I'm places. I'm places.
Type Jamie Noguchi into a Google machine near you. Be sure to turn safe search on. Otherwise, you might catch a bit of that little head. The man can't wear shorts. It's fucking ridiculous. When he had his vasectomy, it took a team of 6. One of them came in with one of those snake handler things to pin the head down.
Okay, bye-bye.